And whenever I show up in the town, I hope the person I'm staying with is nice, because I could use like a friend to tell me about the city. Because like I don't do any research before I travel to a new city. The only research I do is I book the flight and then I try to find a place to stay. And this story is about how I got this power adapter. Fascinating, I know. This is another prop that I should bring with me to every comedy show. It looks like somebody could use at an S&M party, actually. So this is a power adapter you can use in Italy and probably some other countries. So this is a story about the time I went to Italy. Yeah, like you never buy a power adapter when things are going well. Like I really needed this. You only buy a power adapter when you get to a new country and you're like, oh, I am not prepared to be here at all. Okay, I can't even charge my fucking phone, right? So I got this power adapter from the person I was staying with. I was staying at this guy's apartment. Let's call him Marco, because that's close enough to his real name. And I'm not worried if he finds out about this, because like, you know, he deserves credit for this story. Marco picked me up at the train station. I got to Rome, and Marco told me that it'd be difficult to find his apartment by just walking there, especially because my phone only worked on Wi-Fi. So he said, I'll meet you at the train station, right? I get to Rome, and I don't see Marco anywhere. So I go and I stop at this cafe. I get a pastry, one of the best pastries I've ever had. It was so good. I went back to that cafe every single day I was in Rome. It was delicious. I'm eating my pastry, and I hear someone say, Michael, and I look up, it's Marco. Marco's right there. Marco is standing there. He looks just like he does in his profile picture. He's got a nice smiling, welcome face. He says, welcome to Rome. I'm happy you're here. He takes my bag, and we start walking to his apartment. And Marco's like an interesting dude. He doesn't want to live in Rome. He doesn't like Rome. He's only in Rome because he has his job there. His work is in Rome, so that's why he's there. His work is tough. He doesn't have a lot of free time, so he only gets to make friends by having like travelers stay on his couch. Like he offers his couch for travelers, but also so he's not like alone all the time. That's how he makes friends, right? So we're walking to his apartment. He's asking me about New York. I tell him about my comedy career. I tell him why I'm in Rome to do shows. By the way, I was in Rome to do comedy in a meeting room I rented that held 8 people. So if you think this show's uncomfortable, you're wrong. I'm walking with Marco to his apartment. He asked me if I'm dating anyone. I tell him about my partner, my girlfriend. And we're just talking about life. You know, we get to his apartment, and it's like one of the nicest apartments I've ever been in. Like it's up there with the S&M party apartment. Like, it's nice. Okay, it's a nice spot. And the first thing I see is the couch. The couch looks comfortable, and that is what I'm into. You got a comfortable couch. I don't care about anything else. I'm there to sleep. I like it a lot, man. Very comfortable couch. I drop off my bag. Marco makes me a cup of coffee. And we just started talking about life. He talks to me about like what I'm working on and like what I'm working through. And we both have like dysfunctional families. I've only known this dude for like 20 minutes. I'm already starting to know him. Like he's become my best friend in Italy. And Marco's got to go to work, right? So I leave to go sightseeing. Marco goes to work. Marco says, come back at 7 and I'll make you food. And I'm like, that's great. All right, cool. So I go sightseeing, I'm walking around, 7 o'clock comes around, I go back to Marco's apartment, and he made me dinner. We got fresh mozzarella, prosciutto, bottles of wine, right? Something else, but I forgot it, but I don't want to look at my notes, doesn't matter. He made me a nice meal. And we're drinking, we're having a nice conversation about life. And Marco's whole goal right now is to be more present and in the moment, and spontaneous and not being trapped in his brain. And I'm like, dude, that's everything I talk about in my comedy. You know, my whole goal right now is to be more present, be more open, be more in the moment. And we're having this beautiful talk. We're drinking wine. It's beautiful, right? And then Marco asked me how I use couchsurfing, which is the website I found him on. And couchsurfing is like Airbnb, but for couches, and you can stay on that couch for free, right? And I tell them that, like, with couchsurfing, I just stay with people that have good reviews, And I like to avoid people that want their guests to be naked. You know, that's something that happens. People will only let you stay there if you're naked the whole time. And I try to avoid that. And Marco says, so you didn't read my profile. What I forgot to tell you about this dinner is there were candles on the table. There were candles on the table, and one of the other things I noticed about Marco's apartment, besides the comfortable couch, is that he has 5 locks on his front door. Now, when I got there, I asked Marco, I'm like, hey man, is this standard in every apartment in this building? Does every apartment in this building have 5 locks on the front door? And Marco said, and I quote, no. But the couch was comfortable. I didn't know anyone else in the realm, so I'm like, whatever. I decided to stay. Some people would say that's white male privilege. Some people would say that's stupid. I'd say it's both. So we're having dinner, right? We're having dinner, we're drinking wine, and he says, I prefer my guests be naked. Those are my house rules. And if I had a body like yours, I'd be naked all the time. And if I'm being honest with you, one of the nicest things anyone has ever said about my body. It's like now when my girlfriend's like, hey, you're having a good hair day. I'm like, that's all you got? That's it? He says, if I had a body like yours, I'd be naked all the time. I am living with a man I met on couchsurfing while locked in his apartment in Italy. And I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. I don't think he realized the crazy person he was dealing with. I felt fine. I just kept laughing. I'm not getting naked. I'm not taking my clothes off. And he's like, come on, man. Just take your clothes off. I didn't know what to do. I felt comfortable, but I didn't want Marco to see me naked, especially after all that cheese and bread, you know. I didn't want anyone to see me. But he kept asking me. He's like, just take your clothes off. I think you'd be more comfortable and more present if you were naked. And I felt fine, but I didn't know how to get out of the situation. So what did I do? I took another sip of wine and I took my shirt off. I took my shirt off. And I just kept laughing. I kept laughing, shirtless, drinking wine with a stranger locked in his apartment in Italy. I put my pants on because I have respect for myself. I kept my pants on, but I'm shirtless. And all of a sudden, Marco stops asking me to get naked. He stops talking about me being naked, and I don't know why. I was kind of disappointed, you know. Like I didn't feel in danger, but I was kind of disappointed. I'm here shirtless, and then he just goes back to talking about my comedy career. You know, what the fuck, man? I don't know if he was turned off by me, or if he wasn't used to people going along with that. Like I don't think he was used to someone this crazy just taking their shirt off with a stranger. We just finished the bottle of wine. He goes to his room, I go to the couch, and I sleep like a baby. I sleep very well. There's no better night's sleep than on a night that you don't get assaulted. I think that's true. Like I felt fine. The next morning, I woke up, I packed up my stuff, and I was about to leave. And Marco saw that I was leaving, and he said, "Hey, take this. I have 2 of them. I don't need it." And that's how I got this power adapter. I left Marco's apartment. nothing happened. You know, he friended me on Facebook a couple months ago, and I denied it. I denied his friend request. And I feel bad about that. And I was reading his reviews on couchsurfing, and it turns out he pulls this move a lot. Like I didn't read his reviews well enough, and he makes that move a lot. And but I might stay with him again. You know, the next time I'm in Rome, why not? He has the safest apartment in Rome. He has the front door. You know, it's a safe guy. He might be dead too. Who knows? I don't know. There's a lot of deaths in Italy right now. Next time I'm in Rome, I can charge my phone. Oh wow, it's almost 9 o'clock. Nice. This worked out. Cool. Any like I guess we'll do some questions and like it's a hangout. So any questions on that?